Here's part two of our discussion, and that has to do with belief. Once you've gotten to the point of repentance, once you've begun to look at things in a different point of view, then what are you going to do with it? Far too often, it seems to me, in the past history of the church, people had great thoughts, but they didn't put them into action. Jesus was a man of action. He was not the type to say to us, well, contemplate and reflect, and that's all Christianity is about. No, that's not all what Christianity is about. Jesus also was not the type, and quite often times it seems we're this way at the church, sit and soak. Come down the aisle, accept Jesus Christ, and then just sit. We're going to pour in everything you need to know. Well, that's not the way it is either, because it's not just what you know. Jesus said, it's what you put into action. Teach them to observe what I've commanded. Put them into action, and you'll find the spirit-filled life, the fulfilled life that it's about time is all about. Today we want to look too at the three aspects of belief. The first one is plan. Jesus said in Matthew 6:33, "But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given you as well." Planning becomes from a right vision and a right relationship with God. You can have all the great plans of the world, but if they're not in relationship correctly with God and Jesus Christ, those plans are destined for failure. You can have just the greatest of ideas, but if they're not in tune with God's plan, you're going to fail. The same thing is true for a church or for a corporation. Find God's plan for yourself, and you'll be on the right track. And that's the message Jesus was getting across here. The second step is the question of accountability. And Jesus said in Matthew 7:1-3, "Do not judge, for you too will be judged. Why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your eye?" The point of this whole study is this. A relationship with Jesus demands accountability. Quite often people are comfortable with each other and they feel like they can say anything they want to. Oh, so-and-so, he'll accept me. He understands me. Well, that's not what Jesus was saying. Jesus was saying, if you want to have an impact on this world, if you want to be genuinely a part of the kingdom, there's going to be a degree of accountability about you. And every day, in some sense, there's a soul searching. What is it that I've left undone that should have been done? What is it that I need to do that I didn't get done? And focusing on these things of relationships, I think is what Jesus was concerned about here. The final act, the step of belief, and this whole idea that faith is active, is to take action. Jesus reminds his disciples in the parable of the wise and foolish builders from Matthew 7:24, "Everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice, it will be like the man who built his house on a rock." Both of them built, but only one built with solid foundation. He's the one who did what Jesus said to do. And that's the point of this, is if the results of all these actions, observation, reflection, discussion, planning, accountability, is take action. Far too often times it seems we jump from discussion into taking action, and then wonder why our plans go, the decisions we make don't get carried out and don't get done in a forthright manner. What Jesus is saying is, follow these 6 steps and you will be blessed. The point of it all today, in the world today, and I think that It's About Time addresses, is the secret to a passionate life is to realize enthusiasm in your life. Enthusiasm, as we know, involves a Greek word too, enthusiasmos. And enthusiasmos literally means God in you. When God is within us, we can find that enthusiasm that makes life worth living. We can find that completeness that God had in mind when we were created. I invite you to meditate on these things and talk about them among yourselves and perhaps with your family. And when we come together on February 5th, let's think about how we can apply these lessons to our lives, and also how we can apply them corporately in our church life and in organizations like our Tuesday club here. Talk to you later. Have a great day. Keep you in my prayers. Let's continue to remember Bob Attic and keep him in your prayers as well. Around this household, we've been fighting the flu, so I hope it hasn't bothered you. But keep everybody in our prayers these days that are fighting the flu bug. Have a great day. See you later.